Hello everyone, this is your main man Keith Fustus here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Thursday evening to all my viewers on this awesome channel. Today the New York Jets will be traveling to Baltimore, Maryland at M&T Bank Stadium, which is close to Chesapeake Bay, and the state of Maryland is well known for its delicious crab cakes. Well, I had crab cakes for dinner, and it was pretty delicious. I mean, they say the ocean, they have the best seafood, but in my opinion, I gotta say Giant Eagle has one of the best seafood products. That's where I like to go to get my seafood. So moving on. Joe Flacco, the New York Jets, will be traveling to M&T Bank Stadium, I think for the first time in a different uniform. So he visits back Baltimore for just this one episode. And it's his homecoming. He just gets to rejoice this Ravens team. He gets to see Sam Cook, his former teammates, Lamar Jackson, and without further explanation, let's get right into it. Alright, here we are at M&T Bank Stadium, opened in 1998. As we see both teams come out of the tunnel today. This should be a pretty exciting matchup. The Ravens will be wearing black for the second time, but with purple pants. The first time we played them, they wore white against the Minnesota Vikings and won.
From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is the NFL on EA Sports. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens versus Joe Flacco and the New York Jets.
Alright, now we are the Baltimore Ravens, and they are ready to kick off against the New York Jets. Joe Flacco will be the starter. I chose him to be the starter for this episode because, well, it's a homecoming for him, and he gets to return at his old stopping grounds here for the past 10 seasons from the University of Delaware product. So now it's first down and 10 now from the 23 here to start this game off. All right, now he's going to hand it off to Le'Veon Bell, the former Pittsburgh Steelers running back, and he will gain 2 yards in. So it's at the 25. So 2nd and 8 now. And now and he gets his first reception, and Joe Flacco gets his first completed pass, throws his first pass attempt, and it's completed. All right, now he gets sacked. I think the Jets are going to recover it, and he will get down at the 39 there. Matthew Judon gets his first sack of the afternoon here. It's 2nd and 8 now. I thought it was supposed to be 3rd down, but felt like it was supposed to be 3rd down. Now this is 3rd down. So we get to use some defense here. Third and 10 now from the 37 here in Baltimore, Maryland. All right, home of crab cakes, the state of Maryland. That's what they're well known for. All right, now this is 2nd down now from the 3-yard line. They got pushed way back there and now. And that's almost an interception. We were going to expect possibly a 2-point safety. I feel like that interception would have worked it out well. But at least it's 4th and 58. It's 4th down now from the 4 as we got DeAnthony Thomas as our return man. Oh, and it got blocked. And the Ravens, in fact, I think it's Anthony Levine who blocked that punt. That is an incredible play right there. And you know what that means, guys. We are not going to film on defense, so it will now be 7-0, and that will be the first turnover of the game for the New York Jets. As we score the PAT, it's good. Alright, turns out Anthony Levine Sr. was the one to get it in for the blocked punt for a touchdown. And I changed my mind on saying we weren't gonna. Well, generally, this is a turnover and a touchdown. It was a fumble recovery, and Le'Veon Bell will get stopped by the Baltimore defense. I think it was Calais Cambell and Pernell McPhee that made the 2-point safety happen. So it will now be 9-0 here in Baltimore, Maryland. Alright, now we're ready to return the free kick at the 20. Yes, I know it's a punt, but regardless, we don't want the Jets to score a 2-point safety, but we got some Anthony Thomas here, and we will get stopped down at the 8-yard line as we see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens step onto the field for the first time on offense. I mean, he was 2 for 3 today, Flacco, and now Lamar Jackson, he is going to run this out. He makes a unique spin move there, and we are going to take the timeout. 9-0 now here in the crab cake state of Maryland. The Old Bay seasoning, they're well known for that, believe it or not. I mean, I love me some crab cakes. I mean, I like seafood. Salmon burgers and crab cakes are a really good combination. If you would go to like a grocery store, oh man, Giant Eagle has the absolute best crab cakes, and I always get their fish from there because it always tastes fresh. So it will now be 16-0 here in Baltimore, Maryland, as we will see you guys at the second quarter. All right, now we are back into action. Just to notify you guys that the Jets got their second turnover of the game, as we see Mark Ingram gets his first carry there for only 9 yards in. So, and the first quarter is over. As you guys can see here, we're leading 16-0. I mean, Joe Flacco is doing a pretty good job right there here in his homecoming to Baltimore, Maryland. Despite winning Super Bowl XLVII, he became MVP. This, unfortunately, was Ray Lewis's final game of his NFL career, and they won 34-31 against, it was known the Harbaugh Bowl, and I remember that Super Bowl, believe it or not. The power was out for like nearly 35 minutes because of the halftime show, and it was pretty long, so I rooted for the Ravens, and they won big time. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys when we are on defense. All right, now we're going to do a blitz play here this time. It's now 1st and 10 now from the 28 here, as we see Le'Veon Bell. He will get stopped at the 33 there. And now we're 2nd and 5 now from the 33-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell is just going to run this out. He will get stopped at the 50 there, so this is a 1st and 10. So now the Jets are at the 50. And now Le'Veon Bell, the former Pittsburgh Steelers running back, gets stopped at the 48. So now it's 2nd down and 7 now. All right, now, and I think it is on Jamison Crowder. He is 3 for 4, Joe Flacco, the former Washington Redskins wide receiver. So he's off to a pretty good start here as we get the 2-minute warning. It is now 23-0. I thought we were going to intercept that ball, but 3rd and 8 now from the 32. If they don't make it in that orange line, it's 4th down. So, all right, now they're going to run it, I think. Will he? Oh, and he gets sacked. I think it will be Earl Thomas who will run this out. Nobody's going to stop him. He's going to recover the ball. The former Seattle Seahawks player gets it in for the touchdown. And I think this is New York's 3rd turnover of the game. So, wow, that is just so incredible, that play. That is, as we say, Joe Flacco here. He gets sacked by, I think, Patrick Queen, and then a member of the Legion of Boom just takes it over to the house, and that is a touchdown, and it will now be 30-0. So we will see. We're going to take a break here, and we'll see you guys when we're back on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back now. The Jets had their 4th turnover of this game. All of them were fumbles, as we see Lamar Jackson get stopped at the 2-yard line. He is nearly at 60-some yards, so now it's 1st and goal from the 2, and the Ravens get the touchdown. Mark Ingram from the University of Alabama gets his, I think, 1st or 2nd, and we will see you guys when we're on defense. The Jets are trailing by 37 here, as it will be a 1st and 10. The Jets have got to start making 1st downs here with Joe Flacco. If Flacco makes his another pass and it's incomplete, 4 for 8 there, that's 50%, which is not good at all. All right, now Flacco passes it, makes it completed. It is to Chris Herndon, the 4th. So now it's 3rd down and 1 now from the 41 here. 6 for 10, 59 yards. So now we're going to do a blitz play. So now it's 37-0. All right, now Flacco, that he is pressured there. And it's now 2nd down and 10. He gets sacked, and Matthew Judon, he's going to return it all the way, and that will be a defensive touchdown there. The Jets' 5th turnover of this game. That is so cool. And I think this is the other fumble recovery for a touchdown. So we are going to take a break, and we will see you guys at the 2nd half. All right, now we are on to the 2nd half here. We kicked off the 1st half, and now Marquise Brown, one of the wide receivers for this Ravens offense, will return it down around the 28 there. So this will be a 1st and 10. So we gain 124 yards here on these plays during the 1st half. And now as we see Mark Ingram, he has 5 rushes, 30 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So they allowed 141 yards. The Jets defense allowed that many yards because of how Lamar Jackson, and he will jump on in Marquise Brown to the end zone, and that will be a touchdown. 55 yards there, and it will now be 51-0. So we will see you guys when we are on defense. All right, now we're going to use a blitz play. So now we got 196 total yards on offense, so that is good. And now Le'Veon Bell will get stopped. He has 9 rushes, 28 yards in. So they allowed -6 yards, and we had allowed -34 passing yards. And now we see Chris Herndon gets his reception there. It is now 1st and 10 now from the 37. And that is an incomplete pass. We are dominating. We're going to likely have a shutout in this game here. So on Madden 20, as you guys recalled, oh, and he gets sacked again. But will the Ravens recover? And will that be the Jets' 6th turnover of this game? Turnover number 6 here. And none for the Ravens as of so far. Now Mark Ingram, he will get the first down right around the 6-yard line. But can we at least get it in with Lamar Jackson running it in? Because he's more of a scrambler than he is a passer. So, and he will get stopped at the 4. So he's the University of Louisville product, Lamar Jackson. And he gets stopped at the 1. 3rd and goal now from the 1 here. And he gets it in, and that's a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens in the red zone, end zone, and it will now be 58-0. All right, now this is 1st down and 10 from the 22 here as we see Joe Flacco scrambling, and he will get sacked, and the Jets are going to recover. This is like the first time in a while that they actually held tight with the ball and held it pretty securely, because all they do is lose the football and the Ravens recover, mainly for turnovers, and they want a touchdown. And their defense has been pretty good despite signing Calais Cambell in the offseason. All right, Flacco now. Chris Herndon gets down to the 22. 4th and 9 now. They're ready to return this punt as we got Marlon Humphrey, the cornerback. And they're going to punt it. Number 44 here. And he will get stopped at the 37-yard line. So this will end the 3rd quarter. Wow. 16-28 plus 14 equals 58. And the Jets had scored absolutely nothing at all. So this will still be 1st and 10 regardless. And there is a flag on the field, and it is on the New York Jets here. Face mask call. We're going to accept it no matter what. Jamal Adams, he's now on the Seahawks. He got traded with them during the offseason, from what my understanding is. So he became a free agent and signed with Seattle. Look at how dirty Joe Flacco's jersey is on the Jets. And now Mark Ingram has 8 rushes, 70 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So this will be a first and 10 now from the 23 here, as we got. All right, now we're going to use some Lamar Jackson. And he does not quite get it in, but we're at the 1st and goal. We're at goal line, which is really, really good. That's where we want to be. And I think this will be a touchdown there by the Ravens. It will now be 64. Now it will be 65-0. This has been crazy. This Ravens offense has been dominating this whole entire game. All right, now Joe Flacco gets his first rushing touchdown of the game in the city of Baltimore at his home soil. That was just an impressive way to not remain as scoreless. So they get it in. Touchdown, Jets. First touchdown for Joe Flacco, not in a Ravens uniform. All right, now we are ready to return the kickoff here, where it is 65-17 here in Baltimore, Maryland. 65-7. We're winning by 58 points here. So we just got a couple more minutes left to go. We just got less than a minute to go for this episode to end. And we are going to take a timeout here and look at M&T Bank Stadium. It is packed. Everyone is cheering for their Baltimore Ravens to hopefully win this game off fair and square. So we will claim it as our first down here. So we got less than 30 seconds to go. All right, now he jumps over and he gets the touchdown. Mark Ingram, his third one of the afternoon here in Maryland. Wow, he just hurdled his way in just to get a TD. And we will see you guys when we are on defense. All right, now the Ravens scored another safety, but this time this turned out to be an out-of-bounds call. So now we will get stopped at the 41 here. We got 8 seconds to go. We got to make a deep pass here. We're going to use a strong. All right, now we're just going to use some Marquise Brown here. So we got 7. And we're going to take a timeout. We only got 4 seconds to go. And we have won this game big time here at M&T Bank Stadium. This is crazy now. This is so crazy. And we finally win it here in Baltimore, Maryland. The Ravens dominate over Joe Flacco and their New York Jets. So the final score is 74-7. Dominant defenses. Well, what a dominant defense this Ravens team had. Well, as well as offense, because Lamar Jackson. And we will see you guys at statistics time. But I do want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for more content in the near later future. And we will see you guys next time. All right, now the score was 74-7. Total offense 337-72. Rushing yards 184-81. We gained more total offense with passing and rushing yards combined. We both got 10 first downs, 12 punt return yards, not very much there. They got more kickoff return yards because we scored more touchdowns. 446 total yards, along with 264, and then turnovers, they got 5. They only got 1 penalty, and it was that face mask call. Lamar Jackson has 158.3 passer rating with at least 4 for 5 and 2 touchdowns. Joe Flacco had a 75-point passer rating with 9 out of 16 and 100 yards in. Rushing wise, Mark Ingram had 9 attempts, 91 yards, and 3 touchdowns, 6 broken tackles. Le'Veon Bell had 9 carries, 28 yards in, and no touchdowns. Lamar Jackson had 8. Oh, sorry. I meant to do both. Lamar Jackson had 8 carries, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns there. I think he had 3 broken tackles. Joe Flacco had 4 attempts, 47 yards, and scored his only touchdown and had 2 broken tackles as well. Chris Herndon had the most receptions, 5 receptions, 44 yards, and no touchdowns. Marquise Brown from Oklahoma had 2 touchdowns and 4 receptions, 157 yards. Jamison Crowder with 2 receptions and 38 yards in. So defensively, let's take a look at the sacks. Earl Thomas had 3 sacks. Matthew Judon had 2. Patrick Queen had 1.5. Jordan Jenkins had 1. Chuck Clark had 1. Pernell McPhee had 1. Derek Wolfe had 1. There were no INTs, but there were fumble. recoveries. So Jihad Ward had 2 of them. Calais Cambell had 1. Anthony Levine, Matthew Judon, and Earl Thomas, respectively. Calais Cambell scored the safety, and Levine Sr, Judon, and Earl Thomas all scored touchdowns. So, without further explanation, thank you guys for watching this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.